Today, I want to talk about a crucial grammar topic. Are you familiar with the different kinds of subjects? I mean, simple subject, complex, compound. You want your English to be clear. And of course, you want to avoid making some of the most common grammar mistakes. Now, the question is, are you sure that you can identify and recognize the subject easily?
Well, by the end of this lesson, you're going to have a clear understanding of the different kinds of subjects. And of course, we're going to do a little bit of practice. We're going to have the opportunity to do some exercises. So don't go away and stick around until the end.
It is time to have a look at the different kinds of subjects that you can come across. Complex, simple, compound. I'm going to show you 3 different sentences. Let's see if you can identify the differences or guess the kind of subject that we're talking about. Sentence number 1, let's have a look. Andy has performed brilliantly this quarter. He has worked very hard this year, and everyone is very impressed with the improvement. Sentence number 2. The head of HR that the company employed last week has already resigned. And sentence number 3, the printer and the computer were destroyed yesterday during the fire. Sentence number 1, we have one simple sentence and then we have one coordinated sentence. In the simple sentence, the subject is one single word, Andy. In the coordinated sentence, he has worked very hard this year and everyone is impressed with the improvement. In the first part of the first independent sentence, the subject is his, it's one pronoun. And in the second simple sentence, the subject is everyone, which is an indefinite pronoun. The 3 subjects are single words with no modifiers whatsoever. What's going on with sentence number 2? Well, the subject, the head, is modified with of HR that the company employed last week. So a complex subject is the simple subject plus all its modifiers. We could say that. And in sentence number 3, the printer and the computer are the subject. In this case, what we can observe is that we have 2 single subjects together. So, what are the definitions of the different kinds of subjects? Let's have a look. But now it's time for me to remind you that if you're not subscribed to the channel, this is the right time to do it. And of course, hit the notification bell if you want to get notified every time I release tutorials. A simple subject is made of a single word. Whereas a complex or complete subject is the subject plus the modifiers. Now, the modifiers can be in 2 different places. Before the noun, and in this case, we call them pre-modifiers, or after the noun, and we call them post-modifiers. And finally, the definition of a compound subject is a subject that is made of 2 or more simple subjects. Next, it's time to practice. I'm going to show you a variety of sentences. I would like for you to identify the subject. What kind of subject does that sentence have? Simple, complex, compound. And then, does the verb agree with the subject? This is essential. This is where the mistakes happen. By the way, if you want to learn more about subject and verb agreement, don't forget to check my video. You got the information there. First example, option A. Everyone agrees with the decision taken by the board. Second option, option B. Everyone agree with the decision taken by the board. Out of these 2 examples, sentence A is the correct one. The subject is everyone. This subject is a simple subject, just one word,
no modifiers, we have the verb right after it. Everybody is third person of the singular. The words everybody and everyone are indefinite pronouns that describe a group of people. But grammatically, they are singular. The last part of each word is a singular noun, body and one. Therefore, they are treated as singular subjects. Sentence number 2. Option A. This project, along with others, plays a big part in the strategy. Option B. This project, along with a few others, play a big part in the strategy. In this example, option A is the correct one. This project is a complete subject. We got project, which is the noun, and is pre-modified by the demonstrative adjective this. It's not a very complicated subject, but it's a complex subject. However, the interesting thing about this sentence is that the subject, this project, is separated from the verb by a phrase, along with a few others. So this phrase can sometimes cause confusion, because when the subject and the verb are not together, some people might miss and might get confused. And instead of putting the verb in singular to agree with this project, they might put the verb in plural to agree with others, because others is also a noun and is plural. Sentence number 3, option A. This laptop and mobile phone are company property. Option B. This laptop and mobile is company property. In this example, we have a compound subject, which is made of two nouns. These two nouns are conjoined with a conjunction and in this case. Therefore, this subject is treated as a plural subject and the verb should be in plural. Next example, option A. The president or the vice president are speaking today. Option B. The president or the vice president is speaking today. In this example, we also have a compound subject, which is made of the president or the vice president. The difference compared to the previous compound subject is that the conjunction in this case is not and, but or. Therefore, the rules are different. And what are the rules? The noun next to the verb is singular. The verb should be singular. Contrary to that, if the noun next to the verb is plural, the verb needs to be plural. If you want more information on that, you just need to watch my video about subject and verb agreement. And the last one is the CEO, who has never been to the United States, speaks 5 languages. Option B. The CEO who has never been to the States speaks 5 languages. In this example, the new CEO who has never been to the United States speaks 5 languages. We have a different kind of complex subject. This complex subject is made up of several constituents. For example, a phrase, the new CEO, this is actually the subject. And then we have a clause, a relative clause, who has never been to the United States. And then we have the predicator. We have the verb, speaks 5 languages. In this type of sentences where the structure is a little bit more complicated, some people might get confused identifying the subject and therefore the verb, make them agree. So the subject actually in this case is quite complex. We have, as I said earlier, a noun phrase, the CEO, but then we have the relative clause, which is also part of the subject. If you're not subscribed to the channel, this is the right time to do it. And of course, hit the notification bell if you want to get notified every time I release tutorials.